Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Sandeep Patel with the Royal Page Metro. I'm a commercial realtor and I help many people to acquire the business, small to medium scale of business. And we get so many questions comes up. So today I have this podcast organized and we have a joined by Johnny Ho, who is a small business advisor with RBC Bank. Welcome, Johnny.
Sam, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So this podcast organized for educational purpose. So many time people asking very basic questions, and I try to fill this bridge where we can help them more about these things. Okay. So Johnny, we will give some information to our followers, and we are not going in that technical answers or anything, but at least they can build up confidence level. So whenever they go for the buy the business, they have something knowledgeable. So that's why they can take the some kind of like a mature decision. Okay. So please tell me what type of business loan do you offer?
Yeah, Sam. So normally the banks have different types of business loans. The most common one I would say is the small business government loan. Um, so it's government regulated. So all the banks do offer this type of loan, and it's offered to new startup businesses or established businesses. And then the next loan would be our typical term loans that we offer for clients, and also the business lines of credits if the client needs it.
Right. Okay. Yep. So there are three type of loan: small business loan, traditional business loan, and a line of credit. That's very good. They have a very good access, right? Okay. Now, what are the eligibility requirement for a business loan? Can you give a little bit information on this one?
Yes, for sure, Sam. So, in terms of the businesses itself, so whether or not they are a sole proprietorship, partnership, or a corporation, they're all eligible for a business loan. And then the business owners themselves, whether or not they're the shareholders or the guarantor, as long as they're at the age of 18 or older, or they are a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, they will all be eligible for a business loan.
Yeah, I got the many time asked by the many student visa or tourist, can we buy the business because they like the environment and they like to go in that one, but just make sure you has to be Canadian citizen or PR, then only you are eligible for this loan. So let's talk about this loan is like a term and rate. Is this like a fixed or variable, similar as a like a residential loan?
Yeah, Sam. So we do provide the clients the option of a variable floating loan or a fixed rate loan. It really determines on what the client's preference and time frame is on those loans. But yeah, again, fixed or variable, they do have the option to choose from.
Oh, that's very good, right? Okay. Now, whenever we're talking about the business loan, there is always some additional cost coming up. And this cost comes to the borrower's pocket. Residential loan, you never heard of any kind of fees or anything, no expense, except you pay for the home inspection or the solicitor fees. But here, certain fees imply. So, Johnny, give some idea what can they expect?
Yeah, Sam. So with the business loan, it does vary case by case, determining on how complex the loan itself. And then in terms of the small business government loan, there is a standard 2% fee that is charged depending on the loan amount. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. Now, as I said earlier, like lawyer fees and appraiser and evaluation fees also comes up. Also, you have to spend money for the business loan, and if certain time required as CPA reports, you have to spend that money too, right? And this is like a no, bank is not going to cover these fees. Okay. Uh, what will the total cost of the loan?
Yeah, again, it really depends. So let's say if the client is purchasing a real estate, obviously there is the commercial appraisal report that the client needs to pay for. So that's additional costs. And there's also closing costs with the lawyers that they hire to do the closing. Um, yeah.
Okay, sure. So definitely we need documents, but don't worry, it's not that many documents you required. So it's just like a just list of the documents and easily accessible. You already have those documents, right? So can you give me like what documentations we have to provide to secure this business loan?
Yeah, Sam. So let's say if it's a startup business that's coming in for financing, the banks will require a business plan and also financial forecast of the business itself. Normally, they look at around 2 to 5 years of forecast. And if it's an established business, they would want it to see um, year-end financial statements and also if there's any year-to-date financial statements for the business.
Okay, and also that's we already discussed about there's like a commercial real estate involved. They need appraisal too, and sometimes they also require the valuations when only the business purchasing. So that is a thing there, right? Now let's talk about like people always keen. What is the minimum time frame required, right? So can you give us like how this works?
Yeah, that's a good question, Sam. So usually with time frame, it varies case by case on how complex the file is and how long that the bank needs the documentation from the client. So obviously, if it's the longer it takes, the longer the application process will be. So again, it's really case by case.
All right. Okay. So yeah, that's at least like we have some kind of like understanding like what is the time frame is all that depends on the how you are prepared yourself before you coming to the bank for the business loan. Now, always people like to pay out their loan faster. So, what is the typical repayment schedule look like for these loans?
Yeah, so for the small business government loan, normally it's anywhere from 10 to 15 years amortization. And then let's say on a real estate, on a term loan, the banks can usually amortize it up to 25 years, like a residential mortgage.
Right. Okay. And what about the line of credit?
The line of credit would be interest-only payment at the end of each month, basically.
Right. Okay. Okay. Now, would you give me some information about the like, collateral requirement for the loan?
Yeah, so the securities that the banks would want to look at is normally they have a first position security interest on the business, and usually they call it a general security agreement. And then there's also a personal guarantee for most business loans that the clients will have to personal guarantee it. And if clients are purchasing a real estate property, there is a collateral mortgage that's secured against the loan,
Right.
the
Okay.
business.
Yeah. Sure. Now, we would like to say this one that's like first charge security and a personal guarantee and this collateral about that we will definitely cover in the next our interview. So let's move on to the next questions. Uh, can we see the loan agreement before we sign this loan? Because we there are so many clauses that we don't understand. So sometimes they like to see these documents. Residential mortgage, just signature and done. So can we see these
Yeah,
documents?
of course, Sam. So upon approval, the advisor would literally sit down with the client and go through line by line with all the disclosure security on the agreement. So the client themselves, they would kind of know, what they're getting themselves into before they sign the loan. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So like bank always try to visit the business place too, and they will do periodical in contact with you if you need any information or if you need any kind of other facilities. They always write that to you. Now, how will take out this loan impact my business credit?
Yeah, so that's a really good question because it is extremely important that once the loan has been advanced, the client is committed to pay every month, just like a residential mortgage. So, um, if for any reason they miss the payment or cannot pay, it is important that the client would talk to their advisor to see what the next steps are.
Right. Okay. Okay. Now, definitely, whenever the lender give you money, this always comes with some kind of restrictions. how to use this fund, when your payment will start, right? So is there any restrictions applied on this business loan?
Yeah, so for the business loans, they're typically used to finance tangible assets, let's say equipment or real estates. And then for the lines of credits, clients can use it for any type of working capital or inventory purchases, etc.
Okay. Now, if you have any questions about the business loan or anything, you can reach out to your lender, and you can reach out to me, and we are happy to help you for your business loan. And thank you, Johnny, for joining us and giving this information.
Thank you, Sam. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. We will make more interviews like this. So please follow my channel and live videos on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Until then, thank you so much.